Good morning, students. Myself Ashish Kumar. As we are going through our chapter geometry and we have completed the two exercises, that is exercise 11b and 11c, and today we will be completing the 11c and 11d. After completing the exercise, we will complete the syllabus of an annual examination. So our chapter is geometry. Our chapter is the last chapter of the annual examination, which is geometry. Okay, which is geometry. So before starting with the exercise, I just tell you that what type of intersection, what we will discuss here. We will discuss here intersecting lines, parallel lines, perpendicular lines, The last one is coincident lines. Okay. We will discuss here the four, and also polygons with their number of sides and their name of polygon. Okay, if it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so number 3 will be as counted as, okay, number 3 will be triangle, 4 will be quadrilateral, the next one will be pentagon, the next one will be hexagon, next one will be septagon, octagon, nonagon, and the last one is decagon. Okay, students. So today here we will discuss about the lines and number of sides and their polygons. So first of all, we will discuss about the intersecting line. Intersecting lines are those lines in which, if we take suppose two lines like this, if we suppose these take those lines, and these two lines intersect at one point, which is the common point, and that is called O. Suppose this is O. A, B, C, D. This is a pair of line is two lines that will just have a common point, that is O. Okay. The parallel lines are those lines which never meet at any point. Remember this thing always, never meet at any point. They can go to infinite but never meet at any point. That lines are called parallel lines. Now next is perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines means the angles which makes a 90 degree. Side which is the 90 degree like this. This is the perpendicular, means which makes 90 degree angle. Okay, which makes 90 degree angle like this and like this. So you have to remember, students, like this, that if the lines are like this, perpendicular means it will make an angle of 90 degree. That is called the perpendicular line. Coincident lines are lines. For example, A, B. So coincident lines are lines. These are two lines. Okay, these are two lines. The lines is going here, and again that line is come on that line. So it means both collapse, not overlap with each other. When the both lines overlap with each other, then that line is called coincident lines. For example, we have taken AB and this is also CD. So AB is coincident with CD. Now we will discuss about the polygons. A polygon, what is polygon? A polygon is a figure which can be formed by joining the line segments of any figure. Suppose we have taken the lines. Like this. These are the line segments. Okay, these are the line segments, and we have joined it. And after joining it, we got the figure, and that figure is known as polygon. Okay. that figure is known as polygon. Just not maybe of only 6 sides, of any sides, the line segment that joining the figures is known as polygons. Okay, so here we will discuss about the summary about the table that is given, that if the sides is the number of sides is given in the name of polygon, what will be the name of that polygon? So if the number of sides will be 3, then the name of polygon will be triangle. If the number of sides is 4, then it's quadrilateral. I am also making the figure here, that is here. Okay. If the number of sides is 4, then it is called quadrilateral. And if the number of sides is 5, if the number of sides is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3. If the number of sides are 5, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If the number of sides are 5, that is called pentagon. Hexagon will be number of sides will be 3. Septagon number of sides will be how much? 7. Octagon number of sides will be how much? 8. And suppose 9, and same with the 10. 9 and 10. Nonagon with 10 9 sides, and decagon with 10 sides. These are the figures of the polygon, with what we will have to discuss in the next exercise, that is exercise 11. Is it clear, students? These are the things what we have to discuss in this, to have this explained it before starting the exercise, so you can easily understand that. Okay, so just see, these are the things that we have to know before starting with the exercise. Now I'm just erasing it, and we will go through our exercises now. Our exercises, exercise 11C, exercise 11C. 11C, we can see that the first thing is complete the table. Then the first, as we can see that the figure is like this, and what we have said, if the figure is like given like this, then that line is called parallel lines. Parallel lines. Okay. Now, question number 2, A part. The pair of lines intersecting at point P. What I have told you, a pair of lines intersecting at point P. That is the common point. A, B, C, and D. Okay, these are the parallel lines. Third, identify the parallel perpendicular both visit each other. In third, question number 8, we can see that the parallel and the perpendicular both have been mentioned. You can see that as we can see in third A. Just see in third A. We can see that the 90-degree angle is also given, and the parallel lines are also given. 90-degree angle also gives you a hint how by which, if there is a 90-degree angle, this structure like this, that is called a 90-degree angle. And if there is an angle like this, then it will be considered as a right angle. Okay, students. So question number 4. I have given you the PDF by which you can understand. Question number 5 you have to read yourself. Okay. Now I am going to our last exercise. That is exercise 11D. That is exercise 11D. 11D, this is something also I have been not mentioned, but I have to also do this. That to you that exercise 11D. Before starting with this exercise, we should also know. I am just explaining it because I will give the PDF. I will give the what I will give. I will give you the. I will give this page. Okay, as a PDF. Classification of triangles. Scalar triangles having all lines different length. Scalar triangle will be all lengths will be different. This all will be different. All will be different. Isosceles triangle, two sides will be. In isosceles triangle, two sides will be equal. Two sides, that is AB equal to AC. Okay. Now the next one is equilateral triangle. equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is a triangle in which all sides are equal. Okay, in which both three sides are equal. A, B, C. That is AB is equals to BC is equals to AC. Okay, clear students? Now the next is acute angle triangle. So the next is acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle in which all the angles are less than 90 degrees. Okay. Suppose it is given 70, it is given 60, and it is given 50. Suppose I am just supposing it. Suppose it is given like this. So as we can see that angle A is 70, which is less than 90, angle B is 60, which is less than 90, angle C is 50, which is less than 90. Therefore, it will be called an acute angle triangle. Okay, obtuse angle triangle greater than 90, simple. Obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangles will be in which the angles are greater than 90. If one of the angle is greater than 90, then it will be called as, if any one of angle is, suppose I am just taking it like this, okay, like this, okay. So this will be 25, it is given there, 140 and 25, okay, A, B, C. If any one of the angle is greater than 90, then it will be called as obtuse angle. As we can see from the figure that angle A is less than, okay, angle C is also less, but we can see that angle B is greater than 90 degrees. Therefore, it will be an obtuse angle triangle. Okay. Now the last one, which is right angle triangle. Now the last one. The last one is right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Right angle triangle in which one of the angles is 90 degrees. A, B, and C. Okay, right angle triangle. Right angle triangle, you can say that one of the angle is 90 degree. Any one of the angle will be 90 degree. That will be a right angle. An acute angle in which any one of an angle is less than 90 degree, and an obtuse angle if any one of the angles is greater than 90 degree, then it will be called as obtuse angle triangle. Is it clear, students? Now I am going to show exercise 11D. In exercise 11D, cross the shapes around polygons, you can easily do it. The next one is compound the number of sides. As we can see that side is 4 and angle is also 4. Side is 5 and angle is also 5. The angle is mentioned like this. For example, this is given like this. Second C. Okay. It is given like this. And we can see that side is, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the angle is also 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it clear? Like this we can do the questions. Now what is the minimum value of it? You have to do it yourself. Now there is question number 4. Question number 4. Find the value of an unknown. I didn't told you that. But I am just telling you this question. You have to find out this. 40, 50, B, A, B, and C. Okay. I didn't told you that is an angle sum property in angle sum property, angle, the sides of all the triangles, the sum of sides of all the triangles will be 180 degree. Okay, that is called an angle sum property. So we have found the value of angle A, suppose. So we can write by, I am starting from here, by angle sum property. What? Sum of all angles will be 90 degrees. Sum of all angles will be 90 degree. Okay, that is angle A plus and 180 degree. Sorry, 180 degree. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. We have to find the value of angle A. Suppose angle A is x, angle B is 40, angle C is 50. Okay, and that is 180. Now x plus 40 plus 450, 90 is equals to 180. X is equals to 180 minus 90. X is equals to 90. That is angle A is equals to 90. Okay, by this we can do the questions. So students, now you have to do the questions by yourself. Question number 8 you don't have to do because there's an isometric paper, so you don't have to do it. Okay, question number 6 and 7 you have to do it yourself. So students, I have completed the exercise now. I have completed the whole syllabus of annual examination. So now what you have to do, it's your duty to complete all your pending work, including your activities and lab matters also. So now started completing it because I will start the revision soon. So till then complete all your work and I will be giving the homework, the every chapter for the revision. Okay. Students, now we have completed our chapter. Now if there is any problem occurs and ask me. And now today we have completed all the syllabus of our annual examinations. Okay students, is it clear? Thank you.